I like this setup. It's good for me.
Hi everyone! Welcome to our February 2020 Limelight Live. This is our Valentine's Day special. We one beat, one love you all. Thanks for joining us today. And so co-hosting with me today we have Leah and Allie and Eva. And joining us for our stream today we have Julia, Miller, and Tatiana. And we're just going to be asking them some questions. And we're going to start off today's stream with actually a little fire round. If you've ever been on one of our live streams before, it's more of a this or that kind of situation. So, and if you're not familiar with our live streams, welcome. And we're going to show you how it's done, right? So, I guess I'll start. You guys can just kind of answer. All right, so I'm just gonna say, like, here's an example: texting or talking.
Texting.
Texting.
Monday or Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Saturday.
Ariel or Jasmine?
Ariel.
Ariel.
Jasmine.
Cake or pie?
Wait,
That's a
wait,
hard one.
Cake.
Pie.
I'm a pie person.
Pie all the way.
All right, and this one's gonna be the hardest for me. Yeah. So like, I think we're like the only pie people.
No, yeah, pie.
Pie.
100%.
Cake.
Yeah.
Cake.
Cake.
All right, that's it for today. Let's see. Disney or Universal?
Universal.
Disney.
Universal.
But we're going for the first time.
Yo. Disney. BAU going to Disney this summer of 2020. We're gonna be dancing down Main Street. Super hype. Peanut butter or chocolate?
Chocolate.
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 Both together.
Peanut butter chocolate pie.
What?
Wow.
Wait,
Pie.
Yes.
Beach. What? Oh, beach or amusement parks?
Beach.
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 She said beach. Amusement park. Both. Depends on the feeling of the day. TV or book?
TV.
Yeah.
Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
iPhone.
Android. Yeah, I know you guys hating on Android out there, but you know, I'm staying strong with Android. Sorry.
Pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
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 Agreed.
Sneakers or flip flops?
Sneakers.
East Coast or West Coast?
West
East
Coast.
Coast.
East Coast. East Coast.
I like the West Coast.
Yes.
Good question.
Maybe we should.
Tati recently went to LA, and I want to hear a little bit about your trip. What was it like?
Okay, so I recently went to LA for my Make-A-Wish trip, which is a foundation that gives kids the opportunity to go anywhere you want or do anything you want for critically ill kids. And I chose to go to LA, and I got to do a lot of things. Like, I jam-packed my schedule to do as much as possible. And I went to Universal. I got to go to the Warner Brothers tour. I also did like this Mansions Beverly Hills tour, which we got to see Beyonce's house. But it was like miles away, so it wasn't really close. But it was still cool to see it though. And then I also got to see the Hollywood sign, which was on my bucket list. I also got to see the Walk of Fame, like stars, like on the ground. And I really wanted to see Stan Lee's star, which is the creator of Marvel, which I was really excited about. And then we stayed for about, I think, like 5 days, 6 nights, or 6 days, 5 nights, one of those. And then, but yeah, it was really fun, and it was a good experience. And I went with my mom and my brother, so it was like a good family vacation. So yeah.
That's great. Thank you for sharing. That
You're
sounds
welcome.
awesome.
I'm kind of jealous about the whole Stanley thing.
Stan Lee.
I'm
Yeah.
curious about the Beyonce.
Beyonce's
house?
Yeah. It was like a $10 million house. It was crazy.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. I think it had 3 pools. I don't know. Something.
Lost count.
Yeah, honestly.
So, do you want to just kind of transition into more questions now? All right. So, you want to tell us how old each of you are?
I'm 13.
I'm 16.
And I'm 18.
Where do you guys attend school?
I go to Kingsway Regional Middle School in Swedesboro, New Jersey.
I go to Brandywine High School.
And I recently graduated from Appoquinimink High School in Delaware.
Where are you going to college?
Well, I don't know at this very moment, but I would love to study abroad in Australia.
Wow.
That's the
awesome.
goal. That's the goal.
It's a good goal.
That's a pretty good goal.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
If you do that, please go hold a koala for me.
I will.
I'll
I'll send you a picture.
Please do. And you guys were all on Beatatics or are part of Beatatics at some point. So how long were you guys a part of Beatatics for? Or how many years?
This is my 4th year. Yeah.
I think it's my 5th or 6th year.
Oh, I have to really think back. But I did BAU for 2 years, and then I did BPT for 3 years, I believe. Yeah, I think that's right.
So, we can answer this. What is your favorite style of dance?
My favorite style of dance is hip hop.
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Do you guys have like a style that you're like particularly like not as good at? I'm not good at ballet at all.
Agreed. Second
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So you were all part of BAU for, a few years. Some more than others, but still, you made it through an entire year, so you got to experience everything, the rehearsals and the camp weeks and everything. What would you say you most appreciate about BAU?
I think the family that I was able to make through like all the people I met there and
Yeah, probably the kids and the choreographers helped me a lot.
Yeah, I would agree with them too. Like the connections and the friendships you make, but then also like learning different styles. Like in hip hop, you learn like so many different aspects of it. So like that's cool.
So do you have any like favorite quotes or affirmations you live by?
I don't really like. I just kind of like what motivates me is kind of just like accomplishing something and working hard and like seeing everything come together and knowing that I did that.
Probably the one beat, one love. Motto.
That's a good one. I would say probably definitely staying positive. That's definitely something I live by, and I try to tell everybody else to do as well. And then always to like have a optimistic, yes, that's a word, optimistic outlook on life and your challenges or struggles or anything like that.
I like hard work beats talent.
Do any of you guys want to share your stories with Lime Nation?
So before I was born, I was diagnosed with HLHS, which stands for hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which means so I was born without the left side of my heart. Yeah. I've had like 3 major surgeries and 1 minor surgery for it. Yeah.
So I kind of had the same thing as Julia. I was also born with a competition, and they did a ton of surgeries, and now I'm pretty much healthy.
So, I just recently was diagnosed with a brain tumor called a neurocytoma, and I've been through a year of chemo, and um, I've had three brain surgeries. I've had two minor ones, and then I recently just had one major one. But then moving forward, we're just going to be observing it. So there's no like cure for it, but I like stay positive through it all, and
Well, thank you for sharing that with us and our viewers. We appreciate that.
Do you have any advice that you would give any dancers going through other health challenges?
Probably just like keep pushing, like working hard, like stay positive, like Tati said, because like yeah, you can like do it, and yeah.
Yeah, just keep on dancing because the doctors told me that dance is very good for me because of my heart condition.
yeah, I agree with them. And then also to like never give up, and like even though it's going to be hard probably and more difficult for you than your friends or your peers, just know that you can still do it and overcome the battles.
So, have if your health conditions have ever helped or like caused you to step away from dance, how have you kept dance a part of your life?
I'm grateful like it hasn't caused me to like step away from it, but I do have some like restrictions that I have I go hard, but I have I like have to like stay like more hydrated than others, and like I need to take like more breaks and stuff. But I'm grateful that I can still dance.
Yeah, so when I was about like 2, I had club foot, and that means when I was born, my feet were turned backwards, and it's a bit hard to do like some of the moves, but I just kept on going.
So actually, I had to stop dance last year, which was which would have been like my last year of BAU, and like my senior year. And what I did was I just got on Instagram and YouTube and caught up that way, and still like felt like I was a part. And of course, my BAU family made me feel like I was still a part of the fam. And so yeah.
Do you have any like choreographers that you would recommend that people could watch if they were like looking for people like dancers to watch on Instagram?
Yeah, I definitely do. So okay, I might pronounce some of these people's names wrong. I apologize.
It's a hard question.
But Sienna, I
Yeah,
think that's how you
she's
say her name. She's an LA dancer. Most of these are all LA dancers, by the way. And then, and I might say their Instagram handle because, yeah. But Nat Bat was the other one. And how am I forgetting her name? I don't know if it's Isabel or Isabel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Isabel
Yeah,
Caps. Yeah, she's good too. And then Matt Stefano.
yeah.
There you go.
I was gonna say,
See,
I was
I
gonna
know
say it
them all.
wrong if that's his name is. I was like, so I'm glad you guys said it.
Any name you say, I'll probably.
So yeah. And then like I know a lot, so there's probably a long list. But any like dancer that kind of like is inspiration to you, and you've seen their work, you can always look them up and see different videos that they do. So.
What about those people makes them stand out to you? Like, what do you admire about them that makes you want to watch their videos?
Well, for the we're all LA dancers, so like the dreams and goals that I have for dance, like specifically, they've all kind of accomplished or they're on the track of accomplishing. So like I kind of look at them to see how they got there or what are they doing to get there type of thing. So like I kind of not like I'm trying to be like them, because I think you have to be your own person to get to where you're supposed to be in life. But I definitely take certain things from them and like add them to not my personality. That's not what I would say. Add them to my own like dance.
Like vocabulary?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Because they're all very different people. and
Yeah,
very different
exactly.
dancers.
Yeah. And I think it's good to have a wide range, like not to only look at like popping and locking or only look at, heels people or, look at everyone.
And I just realized that the live chat is off. So if you guys have any questions, you can email us. We'll put our Limelight email in the description later. Why don't we talk about AI DuPont? So was everyone there? I actually wasn't at that performance,
Yes,
but I heard it was awesome and a great experience. So if you guys want to talk about that, I'm
Yeah, I
sure
wanna
everyone
hear
else would
about
like to hear
it.
about it. I would personally like to hear too.
I was there. Fundraiser too.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of that was when we walked over and gave you the jacket.
Oh yeah. So I got this jacket there actually, which was something I've wanted for quite a bit now. But actually that hospital is where I get my treatment done at and where my doctors are and everything like that. So when I heard that BAU was like coming there, I was like, oh my goodness, like I have to go because one, I'm there like pretty much every day of the week. Well, not every day. That's over dramatic. But most of my life. So I was like, oh, I have to go support them. And then I had no idea that they were going to surprise me with merchandise. Like that was big too. So yeah. And they danced great too.
Miller and Julia, were you also there?
No.
I have a question for Miller and Julia. So you guys were both born with kind of similar conditions. What, considering that you still had those conditions, what made you still want to dance even though you knew that it would be kind of like, maybe not like risky, but what made you want to dance?
So I started dance like right when I know my parents told me that I started dance right when I could. So like after all my surgeries, so I was about like 3. And like I think like I just did it like and kept doing it because it was something that like I knew I could like do and just like put my heart into and just have fun and enjoy it, even though like I knew I had like restrictions, but like just maybe like forget all of that and just live in the moment.
So the doctors told me that I should do gymnastics around like 8, and then I did that until I was probably like 10, and then I asked my mom if I could do dance, and she said yeah, and then I did togs all boys class, and then after that year I did Miss Tori's class, and then I did jazz, and then ballet, and now I just do hip hop.
Miller, I found videos of you doing ballet on the ADA iPad like 4 years ago.
Yeah, well, you're on the Versona DVD.
Jersey
so
misses
everyone
having
has
to play in this
Yeah.
class.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of go back to what Tatiana was talking about earlier, but you said that AI is the hospital that you receive treatment at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to, you kind of just want to talk about like your hospital visits.
Oh yeah, sure. So, when I was getting treatment there, like chemotherapy, I was going once a week on like every Friday, and those visits were like 4 to 5 hours long, just because that's how long it takes to administer chemotherapy. Because you can't just like it's not like a shot or anything. It's kind of like through an IV. But then now I just go for like therapies, like outpatient therapies. So like I have physical therapy, and then I also have occupational therapy, which is for your eyes. Since where my brain tumor is, it kind of affects my third nerve, which has to do with my eye. So I get therapy for that, but that's only once a week. So I'm there once a week, but then I'm also there for like extra appointments that have to do with just like my well being, I guess. But yeah, so
So have you guys met any doctors that have really impacted you?
Well, I was really like young when I got like all my treatments there. Like, I still like go for like every like other year or something for like the annual visit. But like I don't really remember any of like the like doctors that really.
Yes, same with Julia, but I still see my the doctor, and she's the one that just keeps telling me like just keep on dancing because it's good for you.
so I have like a team of doctors, and I it would be hard for me to say one over the other, but if I had to choose, I'm trying to think. Probably my physical therapist. Only because like we just connect on a different level. Like I feel like our personalities are the same, so we just it's really just more talking than actually doing work like we're supposed to be doing. um, but then of course then my like oncology team, which is like the people who work with like the cancer side of my diagnosis and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so that's
All right. So, what, if any, challenges do you have now that sometimes makes it hard for you in like daily life?
Well, like I said, like other like I have to hydrate like a lot more than others and take like a lot more breaks. And like I feel like I find myself like out of breath like a lot more easily than like my peers and stuff.
Yeah, so I have asthma, and it's a bit hard like when we do a dance like wow like 5 times in a row. So like and I'm like dying after. So yeah, I guess that's the one challenge I have.
So I have like a wide range of challenges, but just to name a few, with so like with dancing wise, like my balance is not the same like than it used to be. Like, because I actually used to be a cheerleader as well. So for a cheer, you have to have balance. Is like I used to be like a flyer sometimes, and like being up in the air, you can't be all wobbly or you'll fall. So with dance, kind of you have to be kind of stable as well, and um, so like my balance is sometimes off now, and then another challenge I think would be just like um, my energy levels. Like sometimes I'm more tired or fatigued or things like that. So.
Do you have any suggestions to how BAU could do more to like volunteer for young people who have like any health challenges?
So I think like again like I was very young, but I know from like talking to like, my family members and like other people that like I know who've had conditions, like it's like really boring at the hospital like getting like treatments and stuff. So like I feel like dancing like AI DuPont, like it just gives the kids there and like people who are doing juniors there like a chance to kind of like get away from that and just kind of have fun and like move around and dance more. So I think like just keep doing that stuff.
I agree.
Yes.
Well, do we have any more questions for our wonderful guests today?
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure all our viewers can agree that we all really appreciate you
I feel like I've known Miller since he was like 6, and like I knew like what he had and everything, but like I never really got to hear his story because I feel like at dance we try to put everything aside that like our personal lives aside and just focus on what's in front of us and just live in the moment. So it was nice to hear the story.
All right, well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up here. We one beat, one love you all. Thanks for joining us in our February 2020 live. We
Don't
will
forget
see you
to
next
email
time.
us.
Yes, email us questions. And thank you all for joining us, our guests, Julia Miller and Tatiana. We
Yeah.
appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can we get that on the
Oh my
shirt
goodness.
for next round?
One beat, one love.